let's get started. I'm really excited to use this palette. I have already swatched it. I haven't used it on the eyes, so I don't know how it performs, but the swatches are phenomenal, and I will add a clip showing you guys every swatch. So it comes with 8 different shades, 4 shimmers and 4 mattes. I love how she added a water drop next to every single shadow that's meant to be used or that can be used wet, and then a little sun next to every matte shade. So let's get into this palette and I will tell you what I think about it. So I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids with the same thing I always use with any eyeshadow palette, which is my Tarte Shape Tape. So I've already applied my foundation, so I'm just priming my eyes with my concealer. I'm going in with the same brush I always use to blend it out. It's a Real Techniques buffing brush. So I only want to use the shadows in this palette. So to set this concealer, I'm just going to use some translucent powder, and I'm going to go in with this Laura Mercier translucent powder. So the first shade I'm going in with is Coco Taxi, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. In with little bits at a time and intensifying the shade, but I gotta tell you, so far this shade is super pigmented and it's blending out really, really nicely. So I'm just using this as an all over like wash and transition shade. I really love the way that this is blending out. So with the same Sigma E40 brush, I'm gonna go in with the Tropical shade. But I'm using the side end of the, oh my god, that is pigmented. I'm just gonna kick off the excess and I'm just gonna go in with Tropical right underneath the first Coco Taxi that I laid down. And I'm using a very light hand because this is so pigmented, holy shit. So next I'm going to go in with some rose water and glycerin spray, and I'm actually just going to spray my finger, and I'm going to go in with El Malecón. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of Cafecito, and again I'm just slightly tapping my brush into the palette and tapping off the excess. Going in on the crease, kind of sweeping it inward. Back with my E40 brush, and I'm just blending that out. I have no additional product on this brush. Next, I'm going back in with the clean E40 and adding some Coco Taxi right on the top of everything, just so it's a nice gradient effect and it looks nice and blended. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, these shadows are fire. Before I do my lower lash line, I'm gonna go in with concealer. Gonna go in and set my concealer, and I'm using the MAC Patrick Star powder. I really, really like this powder. I'm gonna go back in with my ALAMAR palette. I'm gonna go in with Coco Taxi with a MAC 239 brush, and I'm just gonna apply that on my lower lash line. Next, I'm gonna go in with a MAC 212, which is like a little more dense. And I'm gonna go in with Tropical and just add that to my lower lash line also. Okay, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera. And I'm going a little bold today. I use like a new product. Now I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes. Put a healthy coat of mascara. So next I'm going to go back in with my ALAMAR palette, and I'm going in with the shade La Costa and a pencil brush, and I'm just adding just a little bit of inner corner brightness. Woo! And I did not wet this brush at all. This is literally just off the pan. And then with the same brush, I'm just gonna highlight my brow bone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my skin, contour, just finish my makeup, and I'll come back with my thoughts and details about this palette. Okay guys, so this is my final look. I just went ahead and bronzed my skin, contoured my nose, popped a little bit of highlight on, and on the lips I used my favorite nude combo, which is Maybelline's 650 in Nude Embrace and MAC's liner in Oak. I just wanted to use something more nude because I wanted the main focus to be on the eyes. This palette is phenomenal. I am beyond impressed. I'm so happy with this palette. The matte shadows are incredible. They're not patchy. I used these three shadows right here, which is Cocotaxi, Tropico, and Cafecito, and they blended out brilliantly. I went up and I used El Malecón, which is by far my favorite. I've swatched all of them. And La Costa for the inner corner. I do want to play with this palette a little more, but I have to say that it was totally worth the money. Palette retails for $28, and I definitely recommend picking up this palette, mostly because I think it's great to A, support other women, B, support fellow Latinas, and C, it's a great product. It's a great palette just to have in your collection. I will leave a link to the ALAMAR Cosmetics Instagram page in my bottom bar below, and I'm going to also leave a link to Gabby's Instagram page, who created this palette. She is the CEO of ALAMAR Cosmetics. I really, really loved it. I'm so proud and happy that somebody that was born in Cuba, that came from humble beginnings, has been able to accomplish something so big, because this is huge. Starting your own makeup company and your very first product that you release is fire. It's incredible. So if you guys want to go ahead and support her, I will link her Instagram down below. And if you guys want to pick this up, I strongly recommend it. I am beyond impressed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to stay connected with me, you can follow me on my Instagram page, which I will link in the bottom bar below. Thanks guys.